Wait, was there a secret sequel to Leprechaun we didn't know about? Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the 3-Minute Horror Show. My name is Ben, your host, and I love horror movies. If you've been here before, you already know the drill. Welcome back. If you're new here, though, the way these videos work is as follows. I give a little plot synopsis. I give a little commentary. I give the movie a rating, and hopefully I can make you laugh along the way. And remember, I watch the bad movies so that you don't have to. You're welcome. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Leprechaun the Beginning from 2025. It's the story of a leprechaun that's trying to recover his lost gold from the family of the old British man that stole it from him. Leprechaun the Beginning was directed by first-timer Raoul Gondi, and it was written by Alessandro Di Giuseppe, who also wrote Bikini Nuns, released by the same production house. This movie was distributed by ITN Studios, the British company that's responsible for the TCU, or Twisted Childhood universe, which houses such features as Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Bambi the Reckoning, and Mary Had a Little Lamb, among others. They advertise the fact that they release 96 features per year. But when I see their logo at the beginning of a movie, I know I'm about to see some bad British horror.
Yikes.
Leprechaun the Beginning can be streamed here in Canada on Tubi. Blah blah, clever leprechaun rhyme. Gimme me gold! An old guy named Nigel is visited by a leprechaun one night as he's taken some of the leprechaun's gold. He's the same height as Nigel, which is weird. He has green skin, but only on his face, which is odd. The leprechaun asks him 2 riddles that are easy, and then it kills him anyway just for fun. Nigel's family arrives to visit Grandpa's cottage for the weekend. Everyone in the family, including Nigel, are British, but one granddaughter has a different European accent. Maybe she was raised somewhere else. This new guy is no Warwick Davis, I can tell you that much. Okay, what are the 3 things that everyone knows about leprechauns? Number 1 is that they wear green. Well, they bone that. This guy's wearing red. Number 2, they're Irish. Rather than have the leprechaun be Irish, you know, because they're from Irish folklore and everything, the leprechaun in this movie is vaguely European, maybe Italian, and he occasionally attempts to meander into an Irish accent. Number 3, they're little. In another inexplicable decision, arguably the most defining factor of the mythical leprechaun, its height, this leprechaun isn't even very short. Aunt Judy and her sleazy husband are also there, and they want to sell the cottage for big bucks. They are trying to convince Mary, the mother of the 3 girls, and her husband to go along with the plan. We learn that Grandpa was obsessed with local folklore and he used to read the girls scary stories when they were young. The one girl with the accent that doesn't match misses getting it on with her boyfriend and she accidentally drops her phone and breaks it. The other 2 sisters go digging around and find Grandpa's ill-gotten gold. They present it to the rest of the family and this brings the leprechaun back in full force. Okay, back to the leprechaun thing. Maybe, just maybe, this leprechaun is a half leprechaun. What if one of its parents was a human from like Italy or Spain or something and it was raised by that parent? That explains the accent, right? And it could also explain the extraordinary height. It might also explain why the leprechaun's face is green, but the rest of its exposed skin is Caucasian flesh colored. I'm here trying to explain a stupid leprechaun in a crappy British horror film? What the fuck is this world? What did they do to us? What did they do to us? First, the leprechaun captures the youngest sister. Then it starts killing the rest of the family one by one. The kills aren't anything exciting. They certainly don't have any of the spectacle that the actual movies in the Leprechaun franchise had. There's the odd attempt at a clever limerick after a kill, but it isn't consistent and the delivery is bad. The survivors are going to have to dig deep into Grandpa Nigel's research notes in order to figure out how to deal with this leprechaun. Maybe some clover tea will help? There's an attempted twist at the end, and the person that we're led to believe is going to survive this ordeal totally does not, so that was refreshing, I guess. The ending is also kind of a non-ending. This was such a disappointment. The actual Leprechaun franchise, while not spectacular, at least put some imagination into the punishments that the leprechaun inflicted on its victims. We can also always count on a clever little rhyme delivered with perfect timing by the very talented Warwick Davis. But these guys threw all that stuff out the window in order for a quick name recognition cash grab. This is definitely going in the bad British horror bin. I rate Leprechaun the Beginning 3 out of 10. As always, a link to my letterboxd will appear in the video's description. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe as it really does boost my engagement and it helps my channel grow. Smell you later, nerds.
Now, give me my gold.